Okay, what's up guys? This is how you can get your Dreamcast emulator going with the PS3 controller. So this can be a little tricky, especially on your first time. I'm not going to worry about going into setting up your BIOS and all that. This is for when you had your everything ready, it boots up, but you can't get your system to work. So the way that they have the Raycast emulator programmed is only really scripted for the PlayStation controller or an Xbox 360 controller. Any other controllers, you would have to go in and physically write a script for the button layout. So that is the downside to it. But this is how we can get this working. So don't tell me my controller's dead. Okay, we have to plug that in. But first step is we're going to go into retropie, into the setup, because we have to add the driver for the PS3 controller. Now, mind you, when you do this, it will, once you have this driver installed, if you're using Raspbian, you would have to uninstall it in order for you to use your Bluetooth setup for normal use. It overrides it, which kind of sucks. But if it's just RetroPie, you're golden. And if you don't really use your Bluetooth for anything, then you don't have to worry about that. But there is one of the catch-22 with it. So we're going to go into Manage Packages, Manage Driver Packages, and then install PS3 controller. Let that run. When that gets done, go back, exit out. Now, after you have the driver installed, you'll need to have a USB cord for whether you're using an Xbox controller or a 360. I'm just going to use the 360. Well, yeah, PS3. Yeah, funny. Gotta love dyslexia. I'm just going to use the PS3 controller because that's what I use. Where is my cable? Where is it? I need to clean up something fierce. You charge it anyway, so it's not like I don't need it. What did I do with it? Here's one. Will this work? Alright, so you'll need one of these to link up your PS3 controller. Thumb down for a minute. Plug it in. Plug your PlayStation controller in. Okay, there we go. So, plug it into the Pi. And plug it in. Now, on your first one, when you plug it in, you'll see the lights go kind of do that number. Hit the center button like you're starting at the PlayStation. Is it really that dead? Anyways, when you go to link it up, you'll see the red buttons not flash but go back and forth. But just hold it down for a couple of seconds. You'll see it blink like that a few times, and then you'll feel it vibrate, and they'll link up like that. And then you're connected. And then after you do that, you'll either from another controller or something of another nature come in, configure input, and then detect it, hit the square button, or the center button, and then map everything out as normal. Start, select. Now when you get to this point for ABXY, you want to have circle for A, X for B, X you want as square, and Y you want as triangle. Then left shoulder, right shoulder, everything else the same as it should be. Left shoulder, right. Down, left, right, up, down, left, right. Okay. Now doing it this way, if you configure your controller settings up like that, then it doesn't matter which emulation you use. If you use Super Nintendo, Dreamcast, Nintendo 64, everything will link up automatically. You don't have to go into the RetroArch and reconfigure for each emulation that you want to use. So now that we have that working, oh, by the way, on your first use, I recommend going into System Manager and reformat the virtual memory card in there. If you don't, when you first time you play and you go to save, when you try to go back, you won't be able to pull up the data. It'll be corrupted. So make sure you go ahead and reformat your memory card first on your initial setup, and then start your game. Now you will always have the screen pop up, always. The Pi does not have an internal clock, so you'll always receive this message. That's okay. Just come over, and now your X button will be linked up correctly. And that's pretty much it. Now that you have your buttons laid out the way that I showed you, like I said, from your Dreamcast button layout, it'll be just like you'd be on a Dreamcast controller. When you're using Nintendo 64, then it will be A, B. These buttons will link up, and then this will be your C buttons. So everything links up correctly once you have these buttons laid out correctly. But other than that, that's pretty much self-explanatory. Hope this helps out, and happy gaming.